Escalade protecting the doorman. Pray for me, pray for me. Buddha put some peace before me. Somebody pray for me, pray for me. I'm on my knees giving Jesus the glory. I'm undeniable, 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 undeniable. It says everything about me. I'm undeniable, undeniable, undeniable.
What up, yo? Detroit and Flint Town. Coming through this motherfucker. Hallucinate. Yeah, with my killers. Through the projects. And I'm skating on day.
Better be careful where you at, which way you wear your hat, what colors you got on, cause your ass will get clapped. Bam, back to the old me, rapping with the OGs. Even when I'm sleep, bitches got my strap on me. In my blade too, you gon' play who? You gon' fade who? Bitch, I will shake you, erase you from existence. If you don't keep your distance, I kick it, y'all can wicked, get marked off the hit list. Always on some bitch shit, keep it to yourself, man. I'm self-made, self-paid, hell I let it rain. We can tell you plain, we can tell you ain't what you say you are, you ain't hard, you a flake. Yeah, break them off, break them down, this time needs an enema. It's time to get them up, wet them up, red them up. I'm fed up on the whack rappers, they liars. I'm a villain, I'm a gangster, I'm a rider.
I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat. I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat.
Project nigga bustin', ain't no time for no discussion. About to drop this deadly weapon, Satan too, like I'm from Russia. Talking crazy, we gon' rush you, beat you down, cause you a sucker. You ain't from around my block, so ho, you ain't shit but a customer. Dirty hoes, I'm dusting ya, the rivers where they dumping ya. Stay project boy for life, so ain't nobody that can touch us, bruh. Identify the target in the parking lot, a target roll up on him, blow his brains and leave him dripping on the carpet. Victim to at his apartment, we gon' finish what we started. Ask his lady where the dope, she tell me in the glove compartment of the drop top bins. Then take all of the ends, I'm gon' tell you all you want. If you just please, just let me live. I got kids that got a future, told her shut up for I shoot you. Ain't no women or no kids dying, this is what I do. I can offer you a job, Project One roll like the mob with KDT and Ghetto E, we underground and never stop.
I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat. I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat.
The butcher called me up and told me come with a track. So I'm sliding through the D like I don't know how to act. Who the fuck want what with them boys that do it? Just load them Dracos and them choppers and let's get straight to it. We bout to bang in this bitch like the blood and the Crips. And got some hoes on deck, so don't even trip. In my Snoop Doggy Dogg voice, I make that pussy moist and leave your hoe staring in the ghetto. She done made her choice, and she chose to get banged. Hang with dating thugs and ooh kang. Told the girl stay in her lane. Now she missing, that's a goddamn shame. Who the fuck you talking to? Who the fuck you provoking? I'm in the butcher back cave smoking and fiending for a motherfucking killing. I'm a savage, I'm a G, I'm a motherfucking villain.
I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat. I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat.
Once again in this bitch, flitting the D came to play. Playing for keeps when we creep with that motherfucking AK. Popping that phone, letting them know who the fuck be on the streets. Project One, KDT, and the Dayton fake. Real OGs been banging since the 90s. Ain't shit that I ain't seen. Another murder gang related, motherfuck the police. One love, killer, deal, death do us part. That gangsta shit, motherfucker, coming straight from the heart. There's nowhere to run, grab your guns and step into the front line. We'll only find a few my kind, bustin' with the tech knives. Come and test your strength, cause only a strong will survive. We're soldiers from the ghetto, side by side as we strive. Murdering motherfuckers, making money while we mad. My game straight, body and soul, what we strap. Mr. fucking Fearless, J Gutta, it's a rap. Fuck with me, I'm a G, day and night, pass me the gap.
I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat. I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat.
I'm a G. And I ain't talking about no gang shit. Strapped with a tech knot and I'm about to do some strange shit. You bitches better be careful who you motherfucking hang with. Everybody's not your friend in this shit when they get dangerous. Sustain this. How you think we done for 20-something years? Dating family and PJP put in work like Richard Gere. T is up next and they real life ready. Running around y'all hood with a mic and a machete. It means they ready to kill it. Make you bitch niggas feel it. We all get together and put it down. We the realest. I found a monster on these beats since my born dead days. Always have to make a killing. Yeah, them born dead way. Any pigs out here keep squirming, cause I'ma pick your ass off like I'm Richard Sherman. So if you see me on your motherfucking block, you bitches better please, cause I'm coming with some killers, yeah, some motherfucking G.
I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat. I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat. I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat. I'm a villain, a beast, a savage, a bando. Black roach, bandana, and a flannel. I'm a G, ain't no love, ain't no peace. I'm a monster in the streets and a monster on the beat.
Okay, girl, so the hot topic in the community right now is clinical trials versus clinical research.
Every time I watch the news, I bow my head in silence. It made me sick to my stomach to witness violence. I hit the prayer rug deep inside, I'm crying. Lord of the worlds, put an end to all this dying. Allah, please help me understand what's going on. Why these young brothers out here doing wrong? Acting savagely, firebombing women's homes. All of this cause she left your sorry tale alone. 19-year-old boy responsible for mass shootings. Action through Allah is the best solution. Plus these young boys going crazy shooting cops. I give my life to Allah, please make it stop. It ain't safe on the highways. 8 people shot for blocking a man's driveway. Forgive for something like this, blatant disregard. We don't need no more black bodies in the morgue. I wanna live long enough to experience peace. With the lies help, God's killing gospel cease. We need to unify and get on one.
What up, though, Christopher Jordan? I see you, homie. Make sure y'all smash like on the way in, share it. Let's get some eyes in here, y'all. We got legendary producer Cracka-B in the building. You know what time it is. Detroit hip hop. It's brotherkingx. After this track, we going live. Let's do it.
What up, though? Welcome to the Hood Smoker Podcast. the hottest #1 podcast based out of Detroit, Michigan. And now, with your hosts, Jay Gutta, brotherkingx, Blatonio Todd, and the rest of the Hood Smoker Squad. We don't do no Vlad stuff. We don't do no Adam stuff. We keep packing in the legends, respect them, and keep adding up. So pack a blunt or two, maybe grab a brew and a snack for you, and leave behind your attitude and get ready as we snap into the Hood Smoker Podcast.
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Welcome to the Hood Smokers Podcast. As you see, you can't see me right now. You know what that means. We going old school with it. We going to Messenger. So when I go to Messenger, you know what that means. We gonna have Cracka-B live. We gonna have brotherkingx live. We gonna have blatoniotodd live. We all gonna be live. Shout out to Christopher Jordan. Everybody, make sure you smash that like on the way in. Subscribe if you ain't already subscribed. Show some love. If you want to buy us a blunt wrap or a coffee, $1 or $2, whatever. Although the cash, we do this for the love. You know what I'm saying? The cash apps are down there in the description. You get Jay Gutta, brotherkingx, blatoniotodd is down there. But you know what? I found a gem right here that y'all might like, and I'm gonna play this song real quick, and then we're gonna jump into the interview. This is Empty Clip, Empty, featuring Cheddar Boy Malik and Danielle Fox. And it's produced by Cracka-B. Let's get it. Detroit, stand up. Shit, Cracka-B, he was on the Cracka-B was on the TG Pros. That's the studio he was at. Shout out to Cracka-B's the studio, you know what I'm saying? Paul Step, all the fam, terrestrial. Sorry, I just smoked a fat ass blunt and I'm about to smoke another fat ass blunt. Terrestrial noise, much love. Yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and play this track, Empty Clip, Empty, and then we're gonna jump into the interview. We're gonna make that call. Let's get it. Hood Smoker Podcast, baby, live.
Okay. Yeah, we in the basement with this with Downstairs Records. You hear me? Yeah. 7 Faces. Just check it out, bitch. Empty your shit, nigga.
You test me, don't test me. Results off the charts. Me, you don't want to tempt me. I empty, clip empty. Silence after the click, click. Yeah, cause it's empty. You test me, don't test me. Results off the charts. Me, you don't want to tempt me. I empty, clip empty. Silence after the click, click. Yeah, cause it's empty.
Yeah, OG Sugar Foot, drop that shit on me. Yeah, and Big Smoke, that's my big homie. I got bullets with the red and blue tips on it. Yeah, now I shoot this bitch till they click on me. Yeah, I just do it, nigga. Fuck what I'm finna do. Blowing him up, I put a bullet in his inner tube. Then I put salt in his bullet wound. Fuck 12, but I don't talk or do interviews. Everybody rich on IG, that shit typical. When you broke, how you gonna tell your little mini you? I don't know what social media got into you, but if I shoot, every single bullet gon' go into you until it click, click.
You test me, don't test me. Results off the charts. Me, you don't want to tempt me. I empty, clip empty. Silence after the click, click. Yeah, cause it's empty. You test me, don't test me. Results off the charts. Me, you don't want to tempt me. I empty, clip empty. Silence after the click, click. Yeah, cause it's empty.
Chitty, bang, bang. What's up with that bang? It's just a 40 cal, you know where it hang. On the side of my hip, got me walking with the limp. Headed straight for your residence. To engage in some evil shit. And I don't give a fuck if I leave evidence. That's irrelevant. The situation is I don't play with fucking kids. Driving by my mama crib, making threats and shit. You can eat a full clip. At point blank range, put the 40 cal between your lips directly into your brain. Pull the trigger, bang, unload the whole thing. Kill the Smith and Wesson clips, bang. Dumb diddy dumb, I ain't the one. I put you right inside your casket, son. You call the devil's name too long, and I'm a cunt.
You test me, don't test me. Results off the charts. Me, you don't want to tempt me. I empty, clip empty. Silence after the click, click. Yeah, cause it's empty. You test me, don't test me. Results off the charts. Me, you don't want to tempt me. I empty, clip empty. Silence after the click, click. Yeah, cause it's empty.
One time I got tired. Push the button, straight wired. Straight cash hired. The heathen pretend liar.
paid extra for the fire. More pleasure and desire. He screamed, he was living in hell. Couldn't stand the smell. I lit it a little higher. No death by gunfire, at least not eventually. Hired help, needed help, you see. No days off for me. Once I get the rest that rested on me. Hollow out they chest, lay they fake ass to rest. Next to dome, knock that nigga home. Straight baited his part with a hot cone. You test me, don't test me. Results off the charts, be you don't want to tempt me. I empty, clip empty. Silence after the click, click. Yeah, cause it's empty.
Yeah. Cracka-B got bars too.
Yeah, we in the base.
Check the boy Malik. Danielle Fox. Bars, you know what I'm saying? Detroit, stand the fuck up. Alright, let's make this motherfucking phone call. You know what I'm saying? Let's make this call. You know how we do it. I could take me off of this. It's gonna be calling for Southwest Word. Shout out to Southwest Word. He makes this happen every night. Move this over. Let's get it. What up, dog? What up, dog?
Shit, man, you know, chilling.
Sir, let me blow you up real big so the people can see you. It's an honor to have you on here, dog. It's definitely an honor. Yes, sir. No, I was doing a little research and shit. I mean, you're a legend. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny that.
You work my ass off.
Yeah, I can tell. I be following you on Facebook. I see you be, 2 hours sleep? Fucking portable studio. Bring studio, all that shit.
Sometimes I don't
True producer.
6 days sometimes I won't even sleep. This shit's crazy.
Crazy, yeah. I know you got some stories to tell. What up, though, brother King-X?
What up, though? What up, though? Cracka-B in the building.
What's happening with you?
What's going on, brother?
Shit, man. Working on some shit since last Sunday. We shot a music video, and me and Pros been editing and working on it, doing cover art. We're getting things ready for our boy Palm G here. He's about to release a couple tracks real quick.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Hell yeah, we can't wait to hear
that. Get that for the weekend, and that should be dope.
That's dope. That's what's up.
The videos, you're gonna see some staples of Detroit in this place too. This video's got a lot of spots and did a few locations. We kind of walked the whole hood, you know what I'm saying, and kind of did some shit. So you'll see it this weekend. It's gonna be dope as fuck.
That's dope. That's dope. So let's just start from the beginning. Like, how'd you get into the music game? Like, when'd you fall into music? Because I know it's not just hip hop. I know you all genres.
Oh man, he do it all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when I was in 3rd grade, my dad was a jazz drummer, badass jazz drummer. He knew the Funk Brothers and shit. Joe Messina wanted to go.
Oh man, I know about the Funk Brothers. That was the magic behind Motown. People don't know that.
Oh yeah, like I was in 3rd grade, and I didn't know that about my dad at that time. I just knew he was a badass drummer, and he had a little studio downstairs he recorded and wrote sheet music and shit like that. And I'm like, I want to go play in there. He wouldn't let me play in there and shit. It was his little office, but he did have like guitar and shit, so we'd go down there and play with him. And I'd get to see all his gear and shit when I was playing guitar with him every now and then. So fucking years later, I'm sitting on his couch on like my mom and dad got divorced and shit, and I was over there for a weekend and whatever, and you get a phone call. We're sitting on the couch, and he's talking about, I can't do this, blah, 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 for a year, blah, 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 and around the world. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then he hangs up the phone after about 20 minutes of this. I'm like, who the hell was that? He's like, that was Joe Messina. And I'm like, fuck's that? You know what I'm saying? So he's like, you don't know Joe Messina? I'm like, no. He's like, oh my God. He's fucking standing in the shadows of Motown and threw that bitch on. And I'm like, you turn that motherfucker down to go on tour? I'm like, straight up, bro. That's fucked up. I would have took my homework, done everything. I would have went on that tour with you. Been in the roadies, carrying all the drums, everything. But yeah, he turned them down. So when I found that out, I kind of knew my dad's power, at that time, and kind of knew his skill set at that time. I was like, holy shit, wait a minute. And then that was right around the time, like, me and my boys started rapping and shit like that. He was riding on a skateboard. He was fucking doing bad shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we started freestyling, and I started buying some gear. Actually, where did I put that motherfucker? I had the first beat machine I actually bought. It might be, oh shit. Found it. Started out on this bitch right here. DR202.
Yeah.
This was fucking.
Oh man.
So we used 4 tracks in this bitch, and then started making some shit. And then we're like, all right, we got some stuff now. It sounds like crap. What do we do? And then so I ended up going to Conservatory of Recording Arts and Sciences out in Tempe, Arizona, and did that for a little while. And then I started out my internship in Chicago over at Rack Stretch Recording Studio with Rick Barnes over there. They got SSL in the front, SSL in the back. They got some shit, all analog gear, channeling limited shit. They got fucking Neve. They got fucking like whole Neve sidecar next to their SSL, next to fucking. They still got the old tape machines and shit. So started getting into it from that, and then doing live sound out there. I was doing a lot of live sound in Arizona. So for a lot of times I do that, and then I didn't even want to fucking. I was working in Arizona when I was out there going to school. I was doing an internship at the same time. And I was doing live sound, which I actually want to be in the studios, and so they was like, "Well, I got a live." All right, do it. So I started doing that, and then started doing security to make some money during time. Then I quit because I wanted to drink, but I'd always show up to the bar anyway on days I should have been working, but I was drinking, and then started doing sound with everybody up there. So got back here, and then after Chicago, I fucking came back here, and I did a lot of shit with actually in Chicago. It was actually pretty dope. I fucked with Alligator Records. They were out there doing a lot of things at the studio, and the drummer from Incubus, I forgot his name, but I was doing some stuff with him in the back room in the SSL out there. He was working on a band he was doing production and stuff. I had to get some things going for him in that room, so that was cool. We actually had the Real Bar is a place that I worked at out there, so it was like 7 days a week, live bands and rap or whatever, you know what I'm saying, just live show 7 days a week, so it was dope. And then we just started doing that, and then we had a festival that came out with Incubus, and then we were the only venue with another stage set up. So by the end of the night, like me and all my coworkers and everything got in this big ass fight. Everybody quit the bar. Everybody who worked at the bar quit. The next day, we're all at the bar, like, got all fucked up and shit, got all drunk together and shit, whatever. And then we ended up getting back, and it was all right. And then so now I'm back here. And I actually gave up for a while because I couldn't find a job at a studio in Michigan. So I was just doing my own shit, made a studio in my mom's room, started buying more gear, Next thing you know, I'm working at Office Max, managing that shit, doing that. And basically cut your legs off, talking about like, do this, do that. Like, well, you just cut my legs off. You want me to run a mile, motherfucker? Like, what the hell? So I ended up getting out of that place. You know what I'm saying? I get out of there, and I was like, all right, fuck it. I got to do something. Like, I need some money. I need to do something. So I started I might as well throw on my resumes at studios and shit, you know? So I did it, put it into here. And then these boys called me back. Ivy Duncan and Velvet Force over there. They rock. So they gave me a chance, and then been rocking with them ever since. Now I teach, do sound. I've done ADR for the Clark sisters over there. I've done, shit worked with Tone, freaking Big Hurt, fucking Cheddar One in the League, Times Bizarre all the time, just so many different people.
Legends.
That's what's up. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. You brought up Arizona. Our homie right here, Blatonio Todd, he lives in Arizona, Tucson, Arizona. He was
Tucson, yeah.
Detroit.
Yeah, it was a little far from me. I was over in actually Mesa, over on Alma School and shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Indian Springs over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my little brother was staying out there for a while too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just nice out there. And then they got that like the Arizona State, that I forgot what, like Main Street, whatever the fuck it's called. That bitch is popping.
Yeah, I try to avoid going out there as much as I can, but
Well, I was 20 something when I was out there, so I was like,
I feel you. Yeah.
I don't drink no more. I celebrated 8 years yesterday from alcohol. So.
Yeah, right on.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, man.
I appreciate you guys having me on, man.
Yeah,
no doubt, brother, no doubt.
So you in the studio right now?
Oh yeah, I'm up in there.
Yeah, that's what's up. Oh yeah.
That's what I said. Like true producers live in the studio, dog. Like we had a homie, Dirty B tap in. He
definitely did he looked the laptop set up. We was doing a cutting room shit there. I was making food. Pros was doing some shit, working. We've been working our asses off till like 5, 6 in the morning, going to bed, waking up at 9, doing it again. So we've just been grinding.
That's what's up. Well, I know you don't just do that. You're like a jack of all trades. I see you was at the Esham show flicking up, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. I mean, what other things like do you do? I know you rap. I know you all that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Engineer, produce, make beats, pictures, do videos, whatever.
I was gonna say, yeah, do video work and stuff like that too.
And I think I
Yeah,
basically need done that like I don't want
yeah,
to pay for. I'm like, I'm gonna do that shit.
yeah.
You know
Cut
what I
out
mean?
that
Like,
middle person.
pay some
Cut out
money
that
and just
middle
fucking
person.
rock it. So if I can
Yeah,
do it, I'm gonna do it. You know, and I'm gonna learn. You know, I'm an anal fucking retentive asshole, so I'm gonna learn the shit out of it, and then I'm gonna do it. You know, so, you know, I'm gonna put
yeah.
some thought to it.
That's what's up.
what up, though, to the chat? Make sure you smash like. I see Flaytown is in the building. Arizona's in the building.
It was on. Yeah.
AZ in the building.
Staten
Like,
Island's in the
subscribe,
building.
share. Like, subscribe, share. Like, subscribe,
Yep.
and share.
Yeah, man. When I first moved out to Arizona, that shit was crazy. Like my mom had dropped me off there, and then she was getting ready to leave, and like she left. She stayed up for like a week to get me settled in and shit, you know, whatever. And then she left, and as soon as she left, like the Bank of America, I could see, you know, it's huge. It's a big ass building out there, and
Yeah.
it was like right there on Alma School and whatever that drive is.
Oh,
Whatever.
Indian school you talk about?
Yeah, Indian school. Yeah, yeah.
Indian school.
Indian school
Yeah.
and Alma, whatever.
Yeah.
That corner right there, like I could see
Yeah.
that big motherfucker like out my window day and night. And like as soon as she left, this huge storm come through. That was the first taste of a fucking like desert fucking sandstorm storm.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Oh man, yeah, it's no joke with it. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit gets fucking wild. Like next thing you
Yeah.
know, you can't see shit in like the whole
Hmm.
frame.
Oh yeah. And if you pass through Casa Grande, if you've gone through there before, man, yeah. So that's no joke.
It was sweet out there, man.
Yeah.
Chicago was a lot cooler though. I think. Well,
Right.
it was nice because it was like everything I could get to pretty
Yeah.
easy. You know what I mean? I could go home 3 hours away, so it wasn't that far of
Oh,
a drive. Like Arizona was dope because it was just warm as fuck.
yeah.
But yeah, we've been in here about a year at Extra Noise. Like I said, I'm still over at Mix Factory, and we've been here about a year. There's like four of us in here, five of us. Matt Dalton's the one who owns the complex. We got Trey Pound in the back. He's got a studio back
Shout out
there,
Trey
and,
Pond.
and a couple other guys here. So
That's
Yeah, I
what's
used
up.
to, yeah, I used to record at Trey
Yeah,
Pound's
shit.
studio.
We had
yeah,
Trey Pound
yeah,
on about 150
Yeah.
episodes ago and shit.
Hell yeah.
He was
That's
talking
what's
about
up.
we
Vezo.
got this.
He was telling me
My little
Vezo
mini
is
move
in the
right here.
studio. Okay.
And beat on that last year, and ended up like I was leaving the studio, and he comes up here and he's like, "Hey, you want to chill for a minute?" I'm like, "All right." He's like, "I already got to finish my session, and then I'll hit you up." I'm like, "All right." Well, he was taking forever, so I went up across the street, Speedway. We had a nice 24-hour Speedway, so when he got gas, he called me and was like, "You leave?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I'll come back." So I came back and opened the door. He looked down and seen I had a mini move, and he's like, "Bro, you got to move?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" I've never even used that bitch. He was like, how hard is it to hook up? I'm like, 2 wires, let's roll. Fucking made a dope ass fucking West Coast beat in like 20 seconds, or it would take no more than 20 seconds. But we whipped that bitch up quick though, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it feels like 20 seconds to us when we're just always in the studios and shit. But
Hell yeah.
Well, I know you worked with a lot of dope artists. Is there any particular artist you like working with? Like more
no,
than others? Is there anyone
every
that stands out in your mind? Like
well, I
any
always love
session?
working with Spice. Spice is the shit. Like
Spice,
that's my
yeah.
dog. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
last time we was when we had the Hive, we on the Hive, me and Paul and T Pros,
Yeah.
on the Hive and
Yeah.
shit. We had him in over there, and then
I
next
remember.
time I was chilling with them for the weekend when he came out, and then we ended up chilling or whatever, and then everyone wanted to record, and they had this hell of a track. He was redoing, I forgot which one it was, but he was redoing a couple songs in there. So like everyone like wanted to come to my studio here, and then they're like, well, they're too far. They're on Detroit, and then they're like, oh, well, Brian works at Mix Factory. Oh, I know this person at Mix Factory, and then like basically everyone was like, all right, well, let's all go there. So we're like, I was already with them, so I'm like, let's roll up in there and shit. So we just had a session over there, and like he's on point. And like usually, like if I really want to do it, I can like have that shit mixed and mastered before fucking they're even out of the booth and shit. But like that takes a lot of like doing some shit. But like the first time I worked with him, he come out the booth, he's like, "Damn, that motherfucker's not mixed and mastered already." I'm like, "It is." He's like, "Oh shit!" We launched that bitch, and it was a Red Dallas track. It was,
Yeah.
Spice One's cool people and shit. I know when he loves Detroit. He shows Detroit a lot of love. Spice One. He was out here. I remember he had the studio packed with people doing features and he was sitting there writing and shit. Sitting down there writing and shit. He wasn't like no throwaway shit. You know what I'm saying? So he was making it fresh. That was dope. And he was giving. I ain't gonna say the price, but it was the hookup. You know what I'm saying? For Spice One.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah. But anyone I think, I mean, anytime I get to work with a singer is special to me because like I get to bring out raw emotions that like rappers don't express. Rappers express it through words and rhyme schemes and shit, but like inflection of voices and just holding out certain distinct notes and things like man, like I worked with the Clark sisters and we were doing stuff for their movie and some voiceover, some ADRs, and the one scene I think the one sister did all their voices when they were kids, and we had to like pitch them up and do this stuff about like she had to change her voice every time, and we had the screen up and all that. I just posted it the other day actually, but like I think a little clip of it. Like that's actually really fun. Nisha was really fun, dope to work with. She was really fun. Who else was really cool? Big Herb, he had me laughing and shit. Talking about having motherfuckers spray like window cleaner and shit like that. That shit made me laugh. We was all at Mix Factory. We was just sitting there. He said that line. We all just started laughing and shit. Come out of the movie. We just started trucking. Man, like that shit was that was
Right.
funny. So I just seen him at the Spark in the Park. Red and Math and all them and Union Twins and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was dope.
What'd you think about that 4-2 Doug show and bringing the Doughboys?
Man, I wanted to go to that shit.
Man, I wish I could have went to that, boy.
Yeah, Detroit turned it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I was busy, but I definitely could have. If I had a ticket or got in, I should have went. But I probably could have got in, but I got so much shit going on. Like this weekend, I'm trying to wrap a bunch of shit up and try to get everything done before Sunday, and hopefully, get that out. But like, I'll stay busy. If I don't, I get bored.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I always gotta find a project or something.
Right.
Yeah. Like live in the studio.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Of course.
Hey, Cracka-B.
Yo.
Hey, this how small of a world this is, brother. I just started a new job at the Salvation Army, right?
Yeah.
And guess who one of my supervisors is?
Who?
The former CEO of Iron Fist Records.
Oh, no shit.
No shit.
Yeah. Man. Oh my man. So when I was in Arizona, that's when he passed, right? So I didn't even know. I got up. I went to school and shit. I got up. I was running a little late. I used to get like there a little bit early and shit when I drank because I was always drunk out in Arizona and shit. So I just pull up in a little bit late. I get out there and it's like the building is like this big square and the middle's hollowed out. It's like a courtyard and shit. And the classes are all on the side of Conservatory of Recording Arts. And I walk in and all my classmates and shit, like all my homies and shit are just like surrounding me and like, bro, we're so sorry. I'm like, what the fuck you guys talking about, yo? You know what I mean? Like, so I look up and they're like, oh, Proof died. I'm like, what the fuck? So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was crazy to hear it out there. And then, but like to have the homies, around me, like, that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, showing love, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot, and none of them dudes were from Detroit. It was from people from Ohio, from Arizona, Boston, all my boys, my boy One Take Jake and, a couple other people out there, my boy Brian, and we just, man, it was a shitty day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even remember learning anything. I think I was just too distracted the whole day. Like, we just went out there. I'm like, damn, this fucked up. And then I'm just like, all right. So I went home and I think I got drunk as shit and like normal, and that shit sucked. But
yeah, that's for the rest in peace. Big Proof for him.
Rest in peace for sure. Yeah, I mean, Paul used to have that magazine with him, man, and keep telling that boy like, man, you need to do some more shit like that, like a digital magazine. That'd be dope. Paul, digital magazine.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So, what else you got going in the works?
So right now I got Gordon Step Track I'm working on. I got a couple other people coming in soon that I've been working with. Who is got a singer that's coming in, my boy Lee. He's partnering up with me. He's actually a token store manager. His girl is a dope ass artist, and she comes in here, Jessie Golden. Check her out. I put like a snippet of something we're not done with that, but it's with some audio. It's Last Call on my page, whatever. But she's gonna get it back in here soon, hopefully. And we just worked with Nora Gonzalez, I believe is her last name. I'm not good with last names. But yeah, we just worked with her. We put out a post the other day, and just wanted to sing her. She came through and she killed it, and sauced the whole project up. So we're working on that. TG Pro's got a couple things we're working on too. I got a couple tracks with him we're working on.
Oh yeah. Salute TG Pros.
That's my dog, bro. I met him in jail over in Oakland County back in the day. And took a Steve since, and for a couple of years we kind of lost contact, but now we back doing crazy shit still and still going at it. Same dream.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. So what about this Grammy? I heard you Grammy.
Yeah, man.
So we were working on Kira Shaird's album, and I had a couple of sessions lined up and some other shit. So I was at the house, and I called up the Mix Factory, and Lisa answered the one who was on that track with me. Answered the phone. She's like, "What up, B? Congratulations!" I'm like, "For what?" She's like, "For the Grammy you're nominated for." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "You and a bunch of other people got nominated for Grammy on the Kira Shaird album." I'm like, "No shit." I was like, "I didn't know that shit." I'm like, "I just called to get my damn schedule and shit. I didn't even know what was going. I just woke up. Like, I wasn't ready for none of that news at all."
Yeah. That's what's up.
That's exciting.
That's dope as fuck. Yeah, how many people can say that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. True. That's what's up.
Oh, I can get a session right now. Yeah, I was checking. I was actually Mix Factory like, "Hey, who wants a session?" But
yeah.
So what's on Cracka-B's playlist? If you riding, you listen to your shit? Or
yeah, lately it's been what's that? Norman Sands. I've been checking him out. He's kind of cold. You know what I'm saying? He got like a little switch up, and kind of reminds me of like Mad Nation back in the day. Like he's got like his own little vibe and shit. And that to me is like that's cool shit. Like he's like spacely with it. He's out of space with that shit. But so that I rock a lot of old school shit. I still rock a lot of Esham.
You have some stuff that like regularly you have like just always go to guaranteed.
Usually, like if I want to, like it depends what mood I'm in. So I use music as like a tool for like me to vibe to certain moods or to get me in certain moods or prepare me for certain things. Like I've been on a ride somewhere and I need to calm down. I'll throw on some country shit or something. You know what I'm saying? Just try to soothe your soul. Or if I'm getting ready for some hype shit, I'll throw on some hype shit. You know what I'm saying? Or most of the time, I like Devin the Dude, shit like that. Like fucking artistic people. So anything that's artistic, I don't care what style it is. If it's dope, then I'll dig it. But like, mostly old school rap though, and like shit like that. Outkast.
Oh yeah.
Like when I was younger, like a lot of the shit I grew up on was like, Southern rap, Haystack, fucking Lex Luthor or Lex Luger. I'm sorry, and there's so many fucking artists I'm trying to remember names, but like 3 Mafia, obviously I grew up with them growing up, Bone and a lot of West Coast shit. So Sully Cell, I did that track with Sully Cell a few years ago.
Man, speaking of Eshawn, don't you know to this day, my 9 rhymes, if you caught singing that by the wrong person, it still make people look at you sideways.
To this day.
Song still give people the creeps to this day.
It's true.
Like it to this day. Soon as one day I was coming home from work, I'm listening to my 9 rhymes. Somebody heard me say, when I was 5, my mind started to blow up. Told my teacher, I want to be like Hitler when I grow up. Man, the whole bus
talk about shock rap and shit.
I just listened to him on Halloween and shit. Him and
the whole bus.
Guaranteed you couldn't listen to it just straight through. You had to rewind a couple parts, like first time you probably heard it.
Man, the whole bus.
I got a track with I haven't put out with my boy Omega before he passed. I didn't write my verse after he died. I kind of just put it on hold and shit, and I was like kind of fucked up over it.
Man.
So
man, the whole bus looked at me sideways, bro.
Yeah, I just ran into him as I was telling him, like, yeah, that song we did, I never finished it. He's like, what? Like after Omega passed, I just kind of got distracted and it was all fucked up a little bit. He's like, shit, we need to finish that bitch and fucking do a video. I'm like, all right, well shit. Now I gotta fucking get that shit written. So now I
Right.
got some more work. So I'm gonna try to get that one out and then highlight my homeboy Omega, rest in peace, Omega. So try to get something out for him. But I got like hard drives full of shit that I don't even know. Like so many projects and shit that I've so many different people.
Speaking of Southern rap, you said you was growing up on Southern rap. What about Nappy Roots?
Oh, Nappy Roots is one of my favorites. I don't even know why I didn't mention them, but yeah, Nappy Roots and fucking MGK, 8Ball and JG, all them guys from so I mean 8Ball's from Texas, shit, but like still.
Oh, 8Ball is from Memphis.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. MGK.
MGK
Yeah,
is from MGK from Cleveland.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we was on the same. Once upon a time, me and MGK was on the same management company called Gorilla Productions out in Ohio. So I did a lot of shows with him.
Yeah, I brought up Nappy Roots because Big V, he's like family. We had him
Big V
a couple times.
Yeah, that's our dude.
Big V.
Big V, though, that's our family. He hood smoker family.
That was my jam back in the day. Fucking rocking that shit.
Oh yeah, Gangsta Nip rock with us.
Yeah, Gangsta Nip, Texas.
Fucking Paul Wall and all them boys. We used to rock all that shit.
Oh yeah.
Fifth Ward boys fuck with us, bro.
I was gonna say Fifth Ward. Yep.
Yeah, Fifth Ward boys, they fuck with us.
Yeah.
K Reno.
Hold up.
Man, K Reno, that's my dude, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't a day I can't go without listening to at least one song off the Black Book, that first album, bro. It's something about that album.
Yeah.
Another guy I really get into is Sugar Free. Quick's like one of my favorite producers in the world. It's like Quincy, Quick.
Oh man, Quick, yeah.
Dre and then Rick Rubin. Well, those two are kind of tied. But
yeah, DJ Quick is
that's my list of engineers.
Quick, my favorite producer for the simple fact that Quick sings.
Yeah, Quick can do so much shit, dude. Quick has been my favorite.
Sings. He's a DJ. He plays the guitar.
Engineer. He fucking does all this shit.
He does all that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to know what? You want to know what all Quick was? Quick was part Eazy-E, part Dr. Dre.
Yep. Dr. Dre is what Eazy-E should have been back in the day. He said that in an interview a long time ago. I used to watch a lot of shit on Quick, and man, Los was just with him not too long ago, and I was like, fuck, man.
Oh, man.
I want to meet up with them and say what up, but Los is that dude too. Los is cool as fuck. That's my dog.
Oh yeah, that's a dude right there.
He was here, him and Austin Dre. I did their showmix for the Esham show here, right when we opened the studio, basically about a month or two.
We had them all on the show. Awesome Dre.
Yeah, Awesome Dre. Definitely.
That's family shit. Especially Los. Los been on about 3-4 times, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we had Miss Corona, we had Vicious on, he
tapped in. Jack Frost on here a couple of times.
Yeah.
Dice.
I tried to get him up to Mix Factory.
The homie Dice.
Yeah. But he ended up working. I think he was doing a gig somewhere or something, so I couldn't answer or whatever. But I was like, fuck, that would have been so dope if he would have got on that Spice track.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to get him on that hell of a Spice track with him.
So if somebody wanted to get at you for beats, how would they contact you? And what can they what platform can they listen to them on?
They can listen to them. I post a lot of my beats on my Instagram. Let me see which one I don't even.
All right, yeah. Definitely
so, the Real Cracka-B or the REAL or REAL. I have two. The REAL was like my artist one. My REAL was supposed to be kind of like a personal one, but it ended up kind of being crossover type shit. But and then I got Terrestrial Noise recording studio. That's what I called it. I forgot. Terrestrial.noise on Instagram. Terrestrial Noise on Terrestrial Noise recording studio on Facebook. I gotta actually update that. I haven't updated Terrestrial Noise in about a month or so.
Y'all hear that? Make sure y'all get them beats from them.
Yep.
But Facebook is Brian Russek, BrianRussek. So if you want, holler at me in there, or you know, I don't really get my number out to too many people. I'm kind of exclusive with it, but
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, real talk.
Just on Facebook. Definitely hit that up, and then our contacts in there, our studio numbers on there. I don't remember the studio number, but should be.
So how about them Lions?
Bro, I haven't
Oh
had time to
man.
watch them this whole year, and I've been saying because I've been so fucking busy. But then when everything slowed down, I started watching them boys. Man, I was so proud. My boy Omega.
Oh man, I'm proud of the Lions, bro.
Yeah.
People don't understand, dog. Like, yeah, some people don't understand
Yeah.
that shit. That
Yeah,
shit
no,
hits people in the
this is
heart.
epic. You know, epic time in history right here.
People shedding tears over this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People are literally shedding tears. They decades of watching the Lions and shit. And now
Yep.
we're here. This is our
And
chance.
also terrestrial noise at what's my fucking email? Forgot what it is. My Google.
See, by the Lions winning, see, all that people don't understand the magnitude of that, Thomason, is just the Lions, but people don't realize what the Lions winning like that, it restores the pride of the cities, of the people in the city.
That does.
It restores our pride.
Someone posted the other day, they were like, freaking, what they say? The Lions are winning. The East Side and West Side had a concert together. No one got fights and something else. And like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, greatness. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like Detroit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, my Gmail is terrestrial terrestrial.noise NOISE at gmail.com. So terrestrial.noise at gmail.
That's what's up, man.
I can't remember all my shit. I forget my passwords half the time and shit. I got like 400 passwords of different sites.
Like, yeah, we'll have to definitely like talk also, you know, like some extra, you know, like on the sidelines, man. We're trying to put together like a mixtape that's you know, based from all the guests we've had before. And we'd be more than, you know, like interested in, you know, like talking.
To tell you, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like I've been Ivy Duncan and Rick Barnes. Like I've been taught by Grammy nominated and winning awarded freaking engineers. So I was raised by those guys, you know. So where I come from was like discipline. Like when I went from Rax Tracks, it was like you have 2 weeks or a week or so to work on this mix because you got to recall everything and patch everything in and fucking run the analog tape and all this shit and whatever. So I went from that to Mix Factory where you got to have an industry standard quality mix in fucking an hour, and that's it. And I'm like, the fuck, bro? So I had to learn skills really quickly and you know, key commands and all that shit. And learn shit, so
that's what's up.
But my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, not at all, man. No.
That's all good.
No. No, I didn't want to forget either. Yeah, I just throw it out there like we're trying to put together like a Hood Smoker podcast, you know, exclusive just mixtape with all the people.
Yeah, we're playing some of our homies. Is speaking, we were talking about the Lions, the Bay. Like we got homies like because brotherkingx and blatoniotodd both got ties to the Bay.
Speaking of Lions, I was supposed to hit up Barry Sanders' son a year ago or so. He came in and said he wanted to work on beats and shit, and I was supposed to do that, and I'm busy as fuck.
Yeah, we got Black C and shit that rocks with us. Black C from RBL Posse. We got Black Ice out there. Ad Capone from Totally Insane.
Yeah. Like I'm heavily connected to the Bay.
Yeah. That's why I told him I'm sorry. I apologize, dog. Y'all still my homies, but we gotta come there and do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Detroit's coming, and we gotta handle that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if y'all watching this, Capone, Black C, Black, all SFC, the Bay, we got love for the Bay. We love the Bay, but we gotta do that. Detroit, to
the Bay, SFC. I will be returning soon. To my big brother, I will be out there because I'm tired of you cussing me out about me not coming out to visit Kelly as much as I used to.
Yeah.
But I'll be out there. Tay to Tay from 11-5. You know you owe me, brother.
Yeah.
No doubt, no doubt. So
Oh no. I was just saying about like, yeah, no, this is pretty epic though. Yeah, being from San Fran and everything, and 49ers always been my team, but this time I'm gonna have to be called a traitor or whatever, for my adopted home.
they got enough Super Bowls. Come
Hey,
on.
like I said,
understand.
bro, if we lose to anybody, I'd rather
Yeah.
us lose to the 49ers, bro. Because San
Exactly. That's
Francisco,
where I'm.
that's my
Yeah.
second home. You know what I'm
Last
saying?
team, I'd have been mad as hell.
Yeah. For this one, it's really I couldn't think of a better matchup right there. That's dope.
They said
No,
20% of the
two.
crowd is gonna be Lions fans at the stadium. They said bought out tickets.
I
That's a
wouldn't doubt
lot
it.
for a home game. You know what I'm saying? So that home field advantage ain't gonna be so loud like Detroit. Detroit broke like records. I mean decibel records for how loud. I mean it was loud though. It was loud, and everybody was down there.
Yeah.
Slim Shady. I mean, that's pretty cool, dope.
I
That
was gonna
Shady
say,
started
I
up
bet
the
Marshall's
gauge. You
gonna
know
be
what I'm
there.
saying? It's bringing different eyes like TMZ and shit like that. The
Hey,
news now.
speaking
And
of
shit.
Marshall, him and ICP getting together to perform a song at the Super Bowl or some shit like that to that effect.
Straight up, I ain't hear nothing about
In
that.
Detroit, like straight up.
In Detroit.
Yep. I had seen it on Facebook. Somebody had, I think it was either the NFL or somebody had, but it was somebody in you know what I'm saying, that was credible. I was like, oh wow. I'm like, after fucking 1,000 fucking years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
There's a lot of that just adds more to the great things that's been going on here.
Detroit hip hop's like at its best.
Showed up at the gathering and did a set on the gathering. How fucking nuts that would be.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that was nuts.
You know what? They was gonna put them on the gathering. Eminem was gonna go. But Juggalos was threatening to throw shit at them. Because they still holding on. They still holding on to that beef. Yeah.
Those was a good crowd though. They're cool as fuck. They're very loving and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can go anywhere, whatever, and they got your back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're cool ass peoples.
Right.
Yeah, I was actually almost Shaggy was. I had an interview with him 2010 or 11, something like that. And then I ended up working with Clay, I think. So I jumped in there with Clay and Shaggy, and then that's like I first met them. Back then, and just doing shit all around the business. I see those guys all the time and shit, and then
that's what's up, man.
I was staying with Trey for a little bit actually before I moved into my house. My homeboy was getting the crib ready and shit, so I had to wait for the crib to get set up. So stay with Trey for a little bit.
Hey, did you ever peep ICP and Morty Steen video?
No.
They and Morty Steen video.
Yeah, like no makeup. Yeah.
No makeup on.
Look that shit.
And I was gonna say, like we were talking about producers and stuff, man. Can't forget Mikey Clark right there.
Oh, Funky Honky.
Yeah.
Mike Funky Honky Clark.
That's someone who's on top of my list right there.
I got to get Mike Clark on here, bro, for the simple fact, far as Detroit producers in Detroit hip hop, he need to get some light. You know what I'm saying? People just know him for ICP, but I know him from doing shit from Detroit Most Wanted. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cats. You know what I'm saying? He go back. He done did shit with Parliament.
Right.
George Clinton.
Yeah, he's got a dope track. I've heard like Be Deaf. Yeah, Be Deaf, rest his soul.
Oh yeah, Be Deaf. Yep, and that's what I'm saying. That's why Mike Clark need to be shared because he is hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's like, well, that's one of the blessings I get is as an engineer as opposed to just an artist. When I was younger, I just wanted to be an artist, and then I was like, well, someone needs to make our shit sound good. So I went and fucking learned it. But like now I get to like take people's fucking raw emotions and expressions and their soul and share it and make it even more beautiful with, enhancements and different shit and pull it out and make it beautiful and then share it with the world. So I get to do a lot more of music now being an engineer than I ever did with just being an artist. Get you in a
That's
lot
what's up.
more, a lot cooler fun. Like it's just amazing. You know, you get to share everyone's fucking thoughts and help bring someone's idea of what they felt or whatever, their story, or
Mhm.
whatever, bring it to life, and you get to do it in a fun ass way. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
nothing.
Now I think it's usually Gutter who asks this question, but I mean, I gotta ask you on this. You know, like with what you brought up about that, you know, bringing out the raw emotion. Do you enjoy doing live performance more, or in the studio production type
Personally,
more?
I mean, I do perform sometimes, but like I haven't performed in a while. Last performance I did back up for Jordan Stepp at Palcast, I think 2 years ago, or I don't even remember where it was at. But I remember before he went out, we had to make some changes and shit to a set list or whatever. So I'm in the car. I got some little fucking power inverter and shit, fucking
Oh
mixing it.
man,
We out
hustling to get it.
shit, like 10 minutes before it goes on stage and shit. I did that same shit too when we on the high. We do that Twister show on Oakland Yard in Waterford. Fucking everyone who was performing like was supposed to give me like their set list and shit like a week before. I was getting them that morning and shit. Like I woke up. I got to the studio and I'm like, Paul, you need to fucking call Jordan. Where the fuck's Jordan? He's like, get up. And then I just look in the mic booth and Jordan just stands up. He was sleeping in the mic booth and shit. I'm like, he's like, what? Fuck you want? I'm like, do your ins and outs. He's like, all right. And he just goes and does it and then he goes back to sleep. I was like, sweet. Just got the whole set list done. And then like the first girl who was performing, she like needed me to change something like right before she went on. So they delayed it like 5 minutes. So I fucking ran my ass back to the studio all the way up there, fucking on my feet. And then fucking, because I didn't have my car, I was parked in the studio and we were right in front of it in the other parking lot. So I came back and fucking emailed it to him real quick and then fucking ran the fuck back down. I'm like, go fucking tell fucking Larson to fucking hit play on that bitch. And fucking, so I was like, right to the last minute, that fucking show was crazy. Like I worked my ass. But there was a point in that night where I was running so much to keep my ass together, trying to keep the show together because everybody was on fucking stage and all this other shit was going wrong and shit. Everything basically went wrong that you could imagine. And fucking, I think I had to tell them, I gave one to my mother homeboy to make sure people was safe. There's some weird shit going on. But like there's a point where I was like doing so much goddamn work that I fucking was run upstairs. Like I just did backups for fucking pros and shit, and then I was like running out of breath and shit because I've been crazy running all night. So I ran back downstairs and I got to sit down, smoke a cigarette, chill the fuck out. I'm chilling out there, and then like he's barely breathing, and I'm like, oh wait, demo's on right now. I gotta go fucking make sure he got fucking back up. I can't leave it home. So I run up the stairs and I fucking collapse. Like my legs gave out. I get the stairs. I'm like, oh shit. Like that was a bad night, but it was fun. It was fun as fuck. But like
Yeah.
that's like
No, that's real talk right there. Yeah, no, I mean,
that sounds a lot crazier than fucking the studios. That's a whole other animal.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That reminds me of like, you know, yeah, when I was out there before we did the show out there. I told you about Gutter, about, you know, I have like Butcher just at the last minute kind of rescued for the lineup for Dice's show we had in July. Yeah, over there at the Sting and stuff, and you know, like we had to fix the mixtape and everything like that, you know, like the ins and outs. So I was like, it was reminding me of that last minute. I was like, I think, you know, Butcher's got us. So shout out Matt Butcher, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
What up,
Like,
Butcher?
speaking of problems and fucking before shows, my buddy and I, Danny Lopez, we were out in Arizona. We were at the Real Bar and we were doing a show for somebody else at some other bar or whatever. And we was like acoustic set. So we're like, all right, let's be a nice, easy show. But fucking my boy Peepers gave it to us. He's a little punk rock dude and he was cool as fuck. But he gives us the show. And he's like, yeah, it's fucking $300 or whatever for a couple hours. Like, all right, cool. We'll split 150. It's not too bad, you know, whatever. So we get to the venue and we go power up the board and then walk like 2 seconds away from the board and all of a sudden the board lights on fire. Like flames are coming out of the fucking board. Not just sparks, like flames. We're like,
Yeah.
the fuck we do? So we're freaking out, you know, we're panicking and shit. And fucking next thing you know, fucking we call Peepers up like, bro, what the fuck you doing here? You set us up with this weak ass board and all this fucking whack ass gear. He's like, one way right now, I got another board coming. So he fucking like made it to the show like right before, got it on there, and then he took off, and then all the mic cables started going bad. So after we put out the flames and fucking switch gear and shit,
yeah,
all the mic fucking cables aren't working. So I had to go like up there on stage, fucking. It was a horrible show.
Yeah,
it was fucking awful. And then Peepers came in last minute at the end of the show before we got paid, took $150 and dipped the fuck out. So we're like, we dealt with all that shit, and you're taking $150 off top. So I was like, fuck that shit.
yeah,
But like, you know, it was his show. You know, that was his dog.
yeah.
But like, it was bad. And actually, on the way home it was like I ran out of gas. My boy and I switched cars. I switched cars with Danny because he had his girl. He's going back to the Real Bar. We're gonna go get drunk and hang out at our work. fucking didn't get there. This shit was fucked up.
There almost needs to be a series out there, the life of a producer, like just something like that. Like,
for real.
Nights from Hell, because I think everybody has had something,
Hey, you know what? That just sparked up something I just thought about. Because when I was in Frisco and I was doing shows with Big Bro ADR, and every time we'd go, he'd take a DVD player, a mixer, and his own speakers and our own mics. And I always wonder, ain't they gonna have all that shit when we get to the venue? But now I understand
right
why he always had that.
Yeah, we had that when we did Esham that winter Harpo's some shit fucked up. We had to use the laptop and connect into the Harpo sound system. Dice came on stage with us. Ain't nobody know he was coming on stage. It was like he came in the back and it was just live as fuck, dog. It was cold as fuck. It was cold as fuck for real though. It was like the heat wasn't working in Harpo's and it was in January. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but they didn't know Dice was coming. It was a surprise. We ain't promoted. It was just we was going up there KDT, and then we brought Dice on and shit because we had a couple features with him and shit. And that was the homie, and then he had grabbed 20 tickets off us and shit. But it was dope as hell. But we turned that bitch out. But the sound system was fucking up, so we hooked up a laptop. Puppet Master actually did a shout out Puppet Master, but he hooked up his laptop to the sound system. And was like, I can do it like this. So we played our music on there. And we was only supposed to do a 45-minute set. So we did 30 minutes and we was going to get Dice 15 as long as he did it. He did it, came on doing a track with us. Like, he would come on doing a track. We end our set with that. And we was going to be Dice hype man up there. Well, Dice shit just kept playing for like another 45 minutes. So Harpo's people coming up, my one homeboy, he's like, yo, Harpo's saying we're up here too long. We got to get off. So I start going off, but I see Dice and Butcher, and they still up there, and the crowd all on the stage, like rapping Dice's lyrics and shit. Butcher's holding the mic to their mouth, so I'm like, I go back up on stage and shit. And people was coming up. We had like 20 people. We don't even know who these people was from the crowd was coming up, getting on stage and shit. But it ended up being a live show. It wasn't no problems, no fights or nothing like that. It was just live. People were hyped. They ain't know Dice was gonna be there, and the suicidal is the Esham fans love Dice too and shit, you know what I'm saying? So it was like a surprise for them and shit.
Bro, man, good. I wish you would have been at the Afraid of Dark tour, bro. That one at Harpo's, bro. When I say, bro, KDT, we came and turned it out, bro. We turned it out, bro. We even added Is Too Nice to the set, bro. We had dudes coming out break dancing and shit. Jay Coffey was on the guitar on stage with us, bro. That shit was down, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, fucking Harpo security is fucking horrible.
I like Harpo's though. I
like Harpo's too, but like I walked in that motherfucker with a big ass backpack and shit for the fucking Esham show and the Austin Gray show and shit, and fucking I'm like, yeah, I'm a photographer. Like, all right, like, you want to check my bag? Like, nah. Like, all right, everybody on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Shout out to Roosevelt.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious as fuck. But like, I use my fucking iPhone for a lot of the shit I do. And I got a Black Magic, but I just got it, so I'm like trying to find lenses I like and shit like that and whatever I want for it. But still got to get a cage and shit. But a lot of my photography and videos and shit I did, like, I still have tons of shit from that show, but I've like got so much fucking. If like, someone found my phone, they'd be like, "What the fuck phone is this? What the fuck?" They'd be entertained for fucking days, weeks, and years and shit with all the content I got on my phone. They'd be like, "Who the fuck? Who's this guy?"
I know video guys that use iPhones and shit too, along with their other cameras. They use iPhones.
Yeah. Like when I was on stage, I had right before I got the Black Mac, I had a Rebel T7 or some shit. I just got that and some other shit, and I had that with me for the show. And then I had, I got up there with Los before everyone got there and started taking some Los shots with that, and then some on my iPhone. And then I'm like, was just a pain in the ass because I got to keep switching lenses and doing stupid shit and fucking whatever. I'll just use my iPhone. It's got 3 lenses on that bitch, so it's just a lot easier. I can get in places and shit and fucking get different angles and just do all that shit with it. So I use that shit for like everything.
So Dice, I mean, my bad. Esham ain't even know you was coming. You just did that out of love.
No, he didn't know I was coming because I was here doing the Awesome Dre and Los's set or whatever. We were getting it done, so they invited me out to shoot with them, and then fucking. So I got songs with Mastermind and Mega. I got songs with Mastermind and we had one with Mastermind and E, the Insane Asylum, which we never finished, but I'm about to get that one done and probably get talk to Schizo too. He might jump on the hook for that one too. I'm hoping.
Oh hell yeah!
That'll be dope. And then
Shout out Schizo.
What up, though, Schizo?
Yeah.
Schizo's I still got my
Kill 'em all.
Water from the Cactus book too.
Kill 'em all.
Yeah, I think
Schizo's
underrated.
Taking over the game, bitch. Man, Gutta, you killed that, bro. You killed that verse on that song, bro.
He is, I think. Yeah, I believe Schizo got because he got bars. I've been in Backcave Studios with him, with Butcher. And
bro, he killed that verse.
Dog, he's a real artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
True artist and shit.
Yeah, and he's educated too. He's smart. He's
Yeah.
dope.
Hey, Gutta, but you killed that verse on that song, though, bro.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, kill them all. No, I'm talking to you. Killed it too, bro.
Oh, well, you killed it too, dog. Appreciate that.
Well,
Schizo killed that shit too. And what's crazy is Butcher was like told Schizo, he was like, I'm gonna do the hook with your voice. It sounds like Schizo, but it's really the Mad Butcher and shit. Kill them all, kill them all, kill them all. Like, but it sounds like Schizo and shit, but it's really Mad Butcher and shit. But Schizo.
I did that for KMN 187 on me and my homeboy Rehab Mike. He don't rap no more or whatever, but he's the one I started out with, and then we brought Omega into it, and then Mike left or whatever, and we called Oakland County. But forgot what I was fucking saying. See, I don't sleep.
It happens. It happens. It'll come back to you.
But damn, I don't know. I forgot.
We was talking about the Schizo, about how we was doing it. Butcher did the Kill 'Em All hook. It sounded like Schizo.
It sounded like Schizo.
Yeah. So I did that for my boy Paul Ridley at Dark City Studios out in Troy for a while. And so I recorded a track. Me and my boy Rehab Mike recorded what was that? Knock It Off. We recorded Knock It Off, and we just had Kenny Man 187 jump on it, and it was me and Omega and Kenny Man 187, which ended up being the track, and my boy Mike made the beat for it, whatever. But like Kenny Man came in, did his verse real quick and shit, did his ins and outs, and they dipped out. He had to dip or whatever. So I'm like listening back, I'm like, oh, you don't got no ins and outs or ad libs and shit. So I'm like, I'll go do them and shit. So I had he's got a raspberry voice to me and shit. So I had to go like, you get me, and do all his ads and shit, whatever. But then we had like a couple sound effects for like what can we use? So we needed ice cubes. So we grabbed a bunch of these motherfucking caps and put them in a fucking just like a glass jar, and like those when you pour water into it sounds like fucking ice cubes. So I was like, that's dope. And then we had like a little thing where we're doing like Foley for like basically Foley production for our fucking sound effects. Like we had like a metal piece and he said something about a sword was like shing, made this fucking loud ass noise and shit, whatever. So like we got some cool little sound effects and shit like that. Like
that's dope as
fuck. Yeah, like when we came up, though, we didn't really fuck with like a lot of local people. Like we had like Sally Cell, Esham, Mastermind. We did 3 or 4 songs with Mastermind, I think, and then Dave did a couple extra. And then he got a song with Dice, and then pretty soon after that, he wasn't. We were both like really bad at the drugs and shit. So I got all fucked up, started taking like cocktails or pills and fucking drinking on them. And Omega fucking was doing heroin, and I quit, and he didn't. That sucks, but that's my dog, and so I got 2 or 3 hard drives with a bunch of shit we used to work, and I got to find still and start mixing on some of that.
Yeah.
I got so many projects, bro.
Well, I can only imagine. Yeah.
Right. When I don't sleep, I just get up and go over the fucking computer, start making beats at home and shit.
Yeah.
Working, steadily working, no sleep. Hey, they say the richest people average like 3 to 4 hours a night sleep. I seen that. I know you should. Well, you on your way, dog. You on your way.
Yeah.
No doubt. You definitely one of the dopest. Like I said, I was promoting it like one of the dopest promoters.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, we're happy to have you on, homie.
I'm happy to be
definitely an honor.
Yeah.
It's cool, you know what I'm saying? Just chat about shit. Like, but like, a lot of my old friends, like, half the time I'm like, music's on my mind, like 90% of the time. But like
Yeah.
my other friends like don't realize that. Like my normal friends that don't do music, so it's like I'm always just like in my own zone. Like if I hear this like beat in the store, I'm like, what the hell's that beat? Who's that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
always up listening to somebody hear a little fucking. I can sample that.
I can sample it. Yeah. Yeah, it just hits you. Yeah. Stuff that only, yeah. Yeah. Stuff that only, yeah, musically inclined like that would understand and shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Los came on here and he told us a story about how his pops came up with the famous clap that was in like SWV, that was in No Future in Your Front, like all those tracks. How they came up
The
with
Humpty Dance, you know, the Humpty Dance
because
has
he
it.
said the chicks every time they do the clap, they had bracelets on and it would come out fucked up. So he's like, fuck it. He grabbed his pops grabbed what broken dresser drawers.
Yeah, I made a two by fours. Put it through a modulator that Bootsy Collins would use. You know, put it through there, and yeah, there you have it. That
That's how that clap came out and shit.
I made a little short out of it. Yeah, where he describes it.
The famous MPC snare that everybody fucking loves and uses on like so many tracks is fucking. Guy was like making the sample or whatever his name was who made the I forgot his name, but he was sitting there. He's like, I need a snare sound, so he had a snare and he just told his buddy to go in the closet and hit it. He fucking did that. Didn't put an EQ on it. Just fucking put it in there, and that's what everybody used.
That's just like
snare sample.
That's just like what Wu-Tang song Bring the Ruckus. That drum, that boom, that hard ass drum, that's RZA beating on something.
Yeah.
And he recorded it.
Right. I did that shit beat on the desk. I fucking took myself beat on the desk and put it up to one of my other kick drums and fucking mixed those two together. Forgot what song I did that.
Shit, I don't know how many times back in the days we would bring the mic out the booth and like have 10 motherfuckers standing around and do a hook that had to have a lot of chanting and shit on it and shit. We had like 10 motherfuckers standing around this mic just chanting the hook and shit. Like we were fucking just yelling that shit.
That shit, just go in there and do it like 18 times and then pitch correct, change different shit so it sounds like 20 different motherfuckers. Different reverb, different shit. Yeah. You do a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I can relate to that. Yeah. Sitting it differently, yeah, doing different impressions.
Hey. Oh yeah, I forgot about NWA.
But
Happy movie in the background.
Oh
hell yeah.
Hey.
I was just watching that last night and shit.
Yeah.
We had Dazzy D from Lynch Mob.
You see what I got on?
Yeah. Every time we have one of the members of Lynch Mob from Compton, from LA, one of the guests, we had Lonzo on here. I always go back and watch that movie and catch something different like that. Because they said it's kind of is like, I mean, as close to a movie can be real. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all real, but as far as a movie can be.
Well, I mean, you got opinions of people in there too. Yeah.
That Wu-Tang series on Hulu, that shit's fucking hard as fuck.
What about Tubi? You fuck with any Tubi movies? Cause you know Detroit like Tubi City and shit.
Fuck with Tubi.
Yeah.
Man, Detroit. Man, Tubi, that's Detroit. That's the Detroit channel, bro.
Hell yeah.
That's Detroit.
What was the old school Detroit channel? What was that?
62.
Yeah, 62. Yep.
Yeah.
I forgot about the analog channels.
The dance show and shit.
Well, RJ Walkers, can you feel it?
Yeah, y'all get the dope ass hood movies and shit. Like I knew it was like anywhere I moved in Michigan, if I just hooked a fucking can up to my goddamn TV, a tin can, I'd fucking get some hood movies or some cool like hood movies and shit. All right, I got no furniture yet, but I got TV.
Yeah.
That shit was tight. I miss that shit. But fucking, that's got a new ass mic in this bitch. Fucking, the Pro show you last time?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Remember Video Request?
Yeah, when Pros was on.
Oh, the box.
No, Detroit had this thing called Video Request.
All right.
I can't remember that.
Video Request.
Didn't they have a dance show too?
It came on WHPR when RJ Hawkins got that station in Highland Park.
Yeah. So
Did we
y'all
have
know
a,
when
did
you
we have like a
fuck with
little Detroit dance
terrestrial
show, like a
noise, you
little
getting
club, and
that
then
A1
people would
shit.
dance shit on TV?
Did what?
Then we used to have a little dance show, like a little club show that people would dance in the club, kind of like Soul
Yeah,
Train.
the new dance show.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
weren't they talking about it in the Untold Story of Detroit Hip Hop? It was talking about it.
Yeah, it's the new dance
Yeah,
show.
first
Yeah.
it was the scene. First it was the scene. Then
See.
the new dance show.
Yeah, the new dance show. That shit was cool as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Oh, cool. Man.
I think didn't Awesome Dre and the hardcore committee they performed there, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
I
did,
think
yeah.
so.
I
I think
seen a
that's the
little
one with
bit.
like
I seen a
the video,
little
right?
bit of everybody on there, bro. I
Yeah,
even seen
Detroit's
the
Most
interview.
Wanted.
Yep, I seen the interview with Eazy-E on there.
I think I right. No, I don't know if I remember that or not.
For real.
Eazy-E.
Yep, they did an interview with Eazy-E.
I remember the Awesome Dre one, but I don't think I remember the Easy one.
Yeah.
Yep, this one real motherfucking G's was out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, RJ Walkers was sitting up there interviewing them on a new dance show.
Oh damn.
That's what's up. I'm about to look that up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, look it up.
We all got our like homework after, man.
I gotta see
Might see
that.
a post of
Go
mine.
ahead. Y'all can go ahead and authenticate it.
Right, authenticate. No.
It's Googleable.
Yeah.
Let's see. New dance shows on YouTube.
Make sure y'all check out Terrestrial Noise Studios. You see, you get A1 music. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
They all about business, straight business. A1 uncut, that uncut dope, like Master P said.
Oh,
shout out to
they
the
do have
No
it.
Limit family.
I told you.
Don't Stop Now, the new dance show 1992. Bust a Move, the new dance show 1989. Detroit Bass Mix. I got some shit.
Yeah.
Cybertron. We got Cybertron 1990. Taxi Cab.
Oh shit.
Freaking You.
Got some new shit to watch. Some content to sample.
Yeah. Just when you
got
think
some
you
new
had it
content
figured
to
out.
sample.
I might share one of these links on my Facebook. You might see one of those. I might
But
not.
yeah. Just when you thought you had it all figured out, nope.
That's funny as hell. Yeah, that shit. That shit. We need to bring that shit back.
Yeah.
People celebrate fucking dance instead of some bullshit. You know what I mean?
Real talk. That's what I mean.
And
Detroit
and
hip
it
hop.
was a platform. And it was a platform for local artists back then.
Yeah.
Right. I think Detroit at the top of the game right now as far as like with no beefing in the rap game. I mean, there's always gonna be certain beefs, but as far as East, West coming together, everybody coming together and working together, I think that's dope what they're doing and shit. We had Herc on here and he was talking about that. We like agreed on that. Detroit's like on top. Like when New York in the 80s was on top, Detroit's like there now and shit. Like we're and we need to keep it like that. You know what I'm saying?
See, New York got mad when the West Coast took it.
Yeah.
I heard they're trying
Then after the West Coast took it, then the South took it.
Yeah.
But see, but now Detroit about to take it.
And it ain't like Detroit ain't never been. We been
Yeah.
We always
We been there.
been a
We
part.
been there, but we about to take it.
Yeah.
Michigan about to
Detroit
take
always
it.
had a piece in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Even in Arizona, like Blatonio Todd, he was like a huge Awesome Dre fan. Jack Frost, Eshawn, people that they was all hitting up. And they thought MC Bree was
And
from
Dice,
the West Coast and
Dice.
shit, even though he was from Flint and shit. And that's one thing we say now is like, you got to call it Michigan hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just Detroit. Some of the biggest artists are just in Michigan, from Michigan. Just call that shit Michigan hip hop, not just Detroit hip hop. It's like, because you got Flint, you got
Saginaw.
Hey, but you know what? When it comes to Michigan hip hop, though, you gotta admit Detroit is the nucleus. Because those guys, cats from Flint and Saginaw normally collab with cats from Detroit.
Oh shit! Speaking of that, fucking John Connor's having a private event tonight. I was trying to go to that too, but I was like, oh shit.
Is it?
You know what I'm saying? I done did song with cats from Grand Rapids, Battle Creek. You know what I'm saying? So it all boils down together.
Inkster.
Benton Harbor. Oh man, I done did so many tracks with cats in Benton Harbor, bro. I was shocked when I seen they had a hip hop scene like that, and they reached out to me.
Just like Compton.
Like Compton, yeah.
New York.
You
It's
know,
just like
you
Compton.
know what?
It's
I
just
got
like
I got to give a shout out to the mayor of Benton Harbor. I got to say, assalamu alaikum, my brother. Proud of him. An FOI brother. That's the mayor of Benton Harbor.
Yeah.
Well, I know when I was in the joint back in the early 2000s, there was riots in Benton Harbor because one of the my homies in the way was from Benton Harbor.
But the question is America ready for that change though politically?
Right. Dude.
That's the question. Is they ready for that change politically?
You know how I feel about politics. I am Jay Gutta, Mr. Fuck Your Feelings. I don't be fucking with the politics and shit. They all crooks to me. That's how I look at it. This shit, dude.
Well, you know, it's crooks in everything. It's crooks in politics. It's crooks in religion. It's crooks in law enforcement.
No doubt.
Crooks in the music business.
Everything. It's in everything.
That's facts.
Right. Crooks at your job.
That's why you gotta get a good circle of people, a good team. Work with a good team. Keep the
word up.
Yep, that could be, it could be crooks in your own friend circle if we ain't careful. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
real spit. We got Cracka-B in the building, y'all.
Look on this chat thing.
Dope ass producer. Make sure you get at him if you want some dope ass beats, production, whatever and shit. He does it all. And what about spitting? You doing any is you right? Did you retire from spitting or you still rapping?
I'm working on a few things. I just put out some stuff on TikTok, just kind of like little project, little like one verses and shit like that. But I got some things. I got so many beats that I have like probably like 2 or 3 albums with the beats for myself and shit if I wanted to do that. But I'm probably gonna I'm working on something right now. Working on like either EP or album. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, but I got a lot of other artists too that I gotta get with through before I can do a lot of shit. But like that's why I'm like usually up at night because I do my shit or photo shit at home. Like when I'm out doing, I do all my auto shit during the day, and then when I'm at home, I'm like, all right, let me do some stuff I can do on my phone and start working on my phone and shit. Because it's like now they're like little fucking laptops and shit, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So you feel social media helped like music games as far as promotion and like cut out the mainstream like labels and shit like that? Cut out the middleman?
I think it fucked up marketing slightly. I don't know. But I mean, like if you look at like how people used to market back in the day before all the social media shit, it was a lot bigger. There's a lot more elegance to marketing a fucking album. You know what I mean? Like you had like look at Michael Jackson's marketing. Like they had fucking flyer, they had fucking billboard size fucking sheets like taller than the goddamn fucking Empire State Building shit for this guy with his face on, made him look all gold and shit and fucking look like these weird symbols all around like he's some kind of fucking otherworldly being and shit. They marketed that motherfucker like a god.
Yeah.
You don't see nobody marketed like that no more.
No. Yeah, no, I see closest you see is if somebody's like doing some kind of like thing in Vegas or something, they put it on their wall, that's it. But that's just Vegas. Yeah.
Sure. And a lot of these kids are doing fucking videos and audio and shit at home and shit. And it's like
yeah, cutting out everything, middleman and
cut out the whole company and shit. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, like
but no,
people
streaming service definitely
SoundCloud thing.
That's one of the reasons I don't put out a lot of shit is because like the streaming shit, like I'll get money for being in the studio and record people. That's fine. I can make a living off that. But at the same time, like if I want to put something out, if I want to get robbed, I'll go fucking talk shit to somebody on the goddamn at the gas station. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to get fucking robbed. Like I made something and you motherfuckers want to steal it. Like fuck that.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg, you ain't getting fucking when you're supposed to be getting off that shit. And that motherfucker high up in the game. You know what I'm saying? He owns death row now and shit. And like I've seen him talking shit about all the social media shit. And, like I got an idea for an app that will hopefully decentralize this payroll system of the industry, but that probably piss a lot of people off. But
Yeah.
I gotta get with my programmer on that, so hopefully I can get that going. If I do it
Real
right, a lot of people off. That's how I know I'm doing it right. But it's gonna take some shit. But that's really right. I haven't put out a lot of shit. I mean, that's not really an excuse, but yeah, I'm working on some few things, and I'm trying to do things a little bit differently with my album. Like I put out some stuff on like TikTok and shit like that, but like it's just kind of like just artistically just having fun or whatever, but like nothing really serious yet. I'm like I have a few things, like a few projects I already done. One called The Other Side I did like 3 years ago. I haven't, that's supposed to go on Mix Factory's label, but I didn't record it yet because I wasn't head with it, and then I got busy, and then I forgot about it, and then life of an engineer, I guess.
Right. Life of an engineer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We played that song you did with Cheddar Boy Malik. Was that the empty clip?
I didn't make that beat. That one I wanted to just kind of focus on. I have to do mixing and mastering, and engineering and writing and all that shit. So I didn't want to make the beat too and then get too down the rabbit hole on that one. But plus I already had him booked, and I actually made a beat. And that song actually came about because I was dating some girl or whatever a while ago, and this douchebag asshole ex-boyfriend always kept talking shit. I'm like, all right, dude, I'm gonna put a song out about you. Keep talking shit, bro. Drive by my mom's house doing shit, whatever. That's why that line, drive by my mom's house. It's a real. That's my real emotion. You know what I'm saying about that shit.
Yeah.
I still feel that way about him, but I don't really care, anymore because I'm transcending some higher level of consciousness. I don't need to fucking dealing with all that dumb shit now. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what's cool about music is like you can look back at a feeling and pause that shit, and replay that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the things that I'm excited about as an engineer is I get to like take any artist and shit and just make them dope and make them just amazing. I can be a kingmaker. You know what I mean? Like Merlin and shit. Like that motherfucker gave up his kingdom to do what was right for the kingdom. Basically. So like that's kind of how I see myself and like other engineers. It's like we're like the unsung heroes because without us, you just sound like a dude rapping in a cardboard box.
Right.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know what to do with an EQ or whatever. A lot of people don't, but like, one of the things that bothers me too is like, well, we'll be working with an artist and we'll be working on a really hot ass song, but it's just the rough copy. You know what I'm saying? We didn't mix it or nothing like that. And then the next day I'll be like, come in for a mix, like, yeah. And then they'll just put it out. And I'm like, don't put my name on that shit. I didn't mix that. That was just recorded. That was a recording session. But
right.
Like, so I mean, like a lot of people don't even realize what's going on. Process and mixing separate process and mastering. They're all three different processes. You know what I mean? Usually the mixing didn't master. You know what I mean? Oh, nice dices, nice die.
Yeah, nice die.
Small scope.
Yeah.
That's
why I like singers a lot because you can like pull so much sweet sounds out of them, and then saturation on top, or like nice 10K on the top of a fucking vocal sounds just beautiful. You know what I mean? Like there's some tricks I do. Like I take my time with my mixing a lot of times. Sometimes I'm really quick with it, and like I know my process, whatever. So I'm pretty quick with it now. But like I'll EQ my reverbs. I'll use RT60, my reverb 1060, and then I'll get my reverbs to go to the tempo of the beat, so that way it's ending on a division of a note instead of just somewhere off in space, and you're hoping it doesn't stack and build. And then I EQ them too, so it doesn't build up a lot of rumble and below end too. That right there will set you. If an engineer does that, just EQs your reverbs, and I just filter everything off 600 hertz and lower, and I take everything from 10 hertz and up, and take away all those frequencies. That's the Abbey Road fucking trick. So I do that on my reverbs, then I add the timer to the tempo, so it ends beautifully, and you're not stacking and muddying up your mix that way.
Yeah. So I mean, have you pretty much like tried every kind of like? Well, I mean, like for the most part, every genre a little bit. I mean, is it like? But it sounds like.
Well, when I went to Crass, they trained us to be an engineer, not just genre specific. They trained us to be troubleshooters. Like, oh, I can't record because I only got this keyboard. Well, let me think. Oh, do this that way, this and that way. Now all of a sudden we got sound, and now it's okay. But like, so it's like those things we got to figure out. Like, So people don't realize, like, we're doing math, we're doing fucking science, we're doing fucking troubleshooting, we're fucking having panic attacks because fucking things ain't working right and everyone's counting on us and shit, doing live shows, and like people don't understand this shit. Like, it's just stressful sometimes, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's
Because I was just curious. I was curious if you have like presets you start with for certain genres and stuff. Be like, okay, usually it.
I basically use my same template for everything. I mean, I just
Okay.
kind of simple with the basics, and then
Mhm.
basically use an EQ and compressor and de-esser on my vocals. Those three right there. You just
Yeah.
control and then beautify. I might use a filter EQ and just cut everything below 100 and then everything above 18 or something on a vocal, depending on the vocal, and then I might just boost and saturate. You know, the Crystal Reality type trick, or he doesn't really cut anything. He kind of just boosts because he's like, I want all that shit in there. I just want the good parts to sound better. And I'm like,
Yeah.
pretty fucking genius way to think. Instead of just cutting out things that you don't like, just boost the things that you do, and then everything.
Yeah.
A better
That's
way.
what's up.
That's he's. I learned like a lot of his rock like techniques and presets and shit like that. Like I use his fucking compression setting on fucking the CLA 76 or just any 1176 compressor. I'll put it at the attack at fucking 7 to release at 3, and I'll dial in my reverb or my input, get a good control there, and then like a lot of people don't know, like the trick on compression is you want the same basic dB level coming in as going out, so you don't want to like get any kind of gain going in. That's where you use EQ for that type of shit. So yeah, you can and control and kind of just bring things up, or you can use multiband too, which is another way to kind of excite certain frequencies too when they have. So that's a good live way to kind of do like a better EQ. If you don't use an EQ, like a multi-band compressor is like really fucking golden, and it's actually better than compressor because it only takes out those bad frequencies when they're really bad, and then when they're not so bad, they don't take them out as much. But a lot of cats don't realize that. But if any engineers out there listening or whatever, but I don't know if there is, but if you are, the two things I would tell any engineer is compression and EQ. Learn those two fucking things, and you learn those amazingly, and you'll be good at everything. Everything else is just sound. Once you make everything sound good, then you can dirty it up later, or whatever you want to do, whatever sound going, but make it for you to clean
Right.
sound.
Make it clean first, and then go.
Fuck up if you want to later on, or you can just do like the Kinks and fucking stab fucking shit in your fucking amps and rip out your fucking speakers and cones and shit, and then fucking put knives and pencils through them, and then fucking hit record and put a mic on my, and it's like that's just like really weird sound. Like I don't know if you guys heard the story of John Lennon when he did "Shake It Up" or "Twist and Shout." Fucking, he did 17
Go ahead,
songs
man.
in a row before that. He recorded 17 songs in a row, and then they said, "All right, just one more, and you shake it up or twist and shout, whatever the fuck it is." And then so he did it. He had that fucking raspy voice. He'd been singing all day. He went through 16 songs or 17 songs before that or whatever. So he's like, and he got that growl and shit in his voice. So like, a lot of people don't know, like they love that, but like that's not his normal voice. It was because his voice was gone and he was pushing through that threshold of like I can't talk and like fucking picking up, and that's like that fucking kicking a hole through your speaker and then like that grimy weird shit. But yeah, I do a lot of different tricks with another thing I do is depending I'll take an aux track and I'll throw Apex or Waves Apex exciter. I'll use that saturator on a lot of shit. Another thing that is really cool is like, take your drum track, mix it, and do everything you want to it, get it EQ nice, and then just throw a little bit of saturation on that bitch and watch what happens. Fucking magic. So there's little things that I do that other people don't do that I don't tell people either, but that's what hopefully brings them back, but I do have a lot of shit too, so I teach too at Mix Factory still. I had 3 students just graduated, and I'm waiting a couple more hopefully to come up, but so I want to start doing that out of here too, terrestrial noise too, and I can get like 4 or 5 guys in at one time, do like 2 hours a day, get them all at the same time, that way you can rack that out and kind of learn some stuff too, but I'm trying to do that, talk to my partner here and see what he wants to do, and it's going to take more than just me to do the classes. I mean, his help too with that.
So you still not to interrupt or change the subject. Do you still have connects out in Arizona and stuff that you like link up with? Right on.
That's like all over the United
Yeah.
States.
Like you still might
had
come out this way, or
I had a client from Japan not too long ago. I had a client from Saudi Arabia or India or Saudi Arabia, I think it was. Yeah, like language barrier, you know what I'm saying? But like, um, people are like, how do you know when to stop and when to like? Because I know music, so I know when like their take is like go to the motion. I can be like, that's a good take, or I'm like, do that one more time. I didn't like that delivery or shit. Like, they know that I understand, and it's like they're like breath of fresh air because it's like I don't know how to talk to you or describe this in your language or whatever, but like I don't have to because now you're showing me that you know and understand. So that's another thing too is like what people like any good engineer is like a fucking mechanic. You go in there and like, hey, my car's going rah, 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 rah. We got to interpret what the fuck that means. So you know what I mean? Like it could be a number of things. Let's go down the list, you know. So we got to figure out what they want or what they're trying to say. Like when they're trying to describe, can you make it sound more boomy, like more bassy, or do you want it like more punchy? Like what? Those are two different things. Like a lot of times I got a kick drum. People will cut out the high end and boost the lows and make it all boomy and shit. But like if you want that like that punch and shit, boost up 8 kilohertz, 10 to 15 decibels. See what happens. You'll get that beater sound and that fucking big boom sound, you know, along with it. So a lot of people know that's another thing I picked up from Crystal Algae is that that trick right there. And then also if you have
take notes, y'all, because we get a lot of people that catch this on the replay. They ain't up this late or whatever. But yeah, take notes. Getting some knowledge right now, some free game.
Yeah. I mean, we try and keep it different, you know, not ask the same basic questions, you know, we just go wherever, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Pretty much, you know, like a bunch of homies hanging out.
Yeah. Remember, y'all, it don't cost a dime to share the knowledge and the teachings.
It does not.
It does not. It's not going to hurt you. It's not taking a dime out of your pocket.
Right. So, when's you and TG Pros got a new video or something dropping?
Yeah. So I did the shooting on it Sunday, and then he's my edit guy, so he's been editing and doing that stuff for the last 2 days, working on that and getting it kind of real close to it. So we just did one not too long ago. That one I think we're releasing Friday. I think I'm not sure.
Hell yeah, be on the lookout for it, yo.
And that'll be Palm GP. So he's coming out with some dope ass tracks, some real good shit.
Yeah.
We'll definitely help push it. You know what I'm saying? Promote it and all that. Most definitely.
That'd be dope.
So what about the homie Paul Step? You and Paul Step know each other out there, right? I know that's my homie and shit. His son, dog, he's doing big things. I mean, he's young, doing big things.
He didn't even know his son rapped. Yeah, like little Scarlet and shit in the house, whatever. And it was recorded shit, and then like one day he just popped and was like, "Hey, you want to listen to my song?" And then it was like, "What? You made a song?" And he's like, "Yeah." He showed him. He was like, "Fucking this dope." And then so like after he knew he wanted to rap, he's like, "B, will you work with my son?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude, let's roll." So I fucking went in there, and our first song we ever did is like, whatever. I think he had like 3 or 4 out before that or something, but like. The first one me and him did together, like second day out, 15,000 views. So I was like, oh shit, he did that with Jag on Praise. Praise was the song.
Hell yeah. Shout out Paul Step, Jordan Steps.
Jordan's
check out Jordan Step, y'all. That's on fire. We had both of them. I had them on together, Paul and Jordan, and then I had Jordan on again. I think TG might have popped in on that one. That's Jordan's. Paul's the one, actually the one who sent TG our way and shit. So, and it was that track he did with Jordan. That shit was hard. That remix that they shot. Hold up, it looks like it froze. Did we freeze? You still there?
I'm still here.
Yeah, the screen froze. Hold up. Let me try to do something. brotherkingx.
What up, yo?
Yeah, you froze. Everybody froze. Hold up.
Yeah, so we did. Oh shit, we did. That was last year. We did Rowan, that music video.
Yeah, I don't want to hold you up all night. I know you're a busy man, and I know time is money for you, dog. But it was
the OK track he did in Walmart. that shit's fucking hilarious. That fucking video when I first seen him, I was so proud of him. Like when he fucking kicks the toilet paper and shit, in the little toilet paper fork. That shit was hilarious as fuck. And, but that Jack Harlow remix they just did, him and TG Pros was fucking killer. That shit's fucking
yeah. I love that video too, though. That video was dope as fuck. I don't know what's going on with the. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I think we lost Cracka-B. Hold up. I'm about to end it and call it right back.
Yep.
Hold on, y'all. Let me see. They was hating on us, y'all. They was hating on us. They was hating on us. Let's see what happens here. Yo. It's just, you there?
Yep.
Well, it's me and Brother King X in the building right now. Waiting for, let's see if I can add group members. Hold up. We're gonna call them back. All right, I just sent a call to them both. We had Cracka-B, dope ass producer. I know he's a busy man and shit, but he was just talking about the TG Pros and new video coming out. So I wanted to get that in before he got out of here. Any shout outs, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to TG Pros, shout out Paul Step, Jordan Step, to Stereo Noise Studios. Much love. Cracka-B, fucking Grammy winning producer, fucking worked with the best, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was just there at the Esham show, just showed up with Los and Awesome Dre, you know what I'm saying? He just rolls with Los, DJ Los and Awesome Dre. I mean, he's a legend in not just Detroit. You heard his ties, that's why he was talking about Arizona right away, but Blatonio wasn't in the building at the time when we first started talking about it, because I know he would have definitely jumped right in. Shit. What was I gonna, he said he's still here. He's in the chat. Well, shout out to Cracka-B. We salute you for coming on, dog. You can go back on Messenger if you want and tap right back in. We was talking about the video, but instead of talking about it, how about we just go ahead and play it? We play the Jordan Step
Word
featuring TG Pros, the remix. How about we just play that shit? Shout out to Cracka-B. Make sure y'all go check him out, y'all. Fucking Terrestrial Noise Studios. Go ahead, if you can, drop your information if you can in the chat, and I'll pin it to the top. How people can get at you the best way, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna go ahead and jump in this video. Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up and call it back right now. Over. Yeah, let's see. We still here. We here. Did it hang up when I hung up?
They hang me up. I'm still on.
I think you gotta tap out too. I think we all gotta tap out and then call it back. Right. Let's try. We gonna try this again. Let's see. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and call it back. Let's see. I'm still gonna play that track, y'all. I'm still playing that track. All right, what up, dope?
What up, dope?
All right, now we just waiting to see. Yeah, it's ringing on. We gonna play this track. Jack Harlow's Loving on Me remix featuring TG Pros and Jordan Step. Let's go.
I'll tell this whatever, baby. Knowing nothing never ever is forever, baby. Betting anything you do, I do it better, baby. Getting love where I'm from like I'm Dilla, baby. What up, Skilla, baby? Tell them Cadillac. D-Mix. Let's go. Poor white Buffy's got the girl tryna love me. Used to count the dough money off the such a taste money. Round here we rock Timbs, rock brims, rock braids and fades. We put blades on them ESB Escalades. Like, boy, would you boss up and get some money? Boss up and get some money. And I'll tell her it's whatever, baby. Knowing nothing ever ever is forever, baby. Better than anything you do, I do it better, baby. Getting love where I'm from like I'm Dilla, baby. What else, Skilla, baby? Tell him Cadillac.
Pontiac on Pontiac May. Hey, I stole their hearts. I stand up from that young dog. That these bitches won't be round. All the girls from the west side. All the girls from the east side. Ever since I started playing with no bitch, never steady at a motherfucking decline. Wait, think it's about the time to resign. I ain't messing with no feline. No sir. Ever since the women started fucking with me, I make nothing ever ever is forever, baby. Better than anything you do, I do it better, baby. Getting love where I'm from like I'm Dilla, baby. What else, Skilla, baby? Tell him Cadillac. I'll tell this whatever, baby. Knowing nothing ever ever is forever, baby. Better than anything you do, I do it better, baby. Getting love where I'm from like I'm Dilla, baby. What else, Skilla, baby? Tell him Cadillac.
Bravo, bravo. Yeah, that was fire. That was fire. Definitely a dope joint. That was definitely a dope joint. Yeah, and the video was dope too. And now they did it so easily. It wasn't like high, like cost, low budget video. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to pay a lot. Wasn't killing them, which is always dope. Let's see what we have. Let me see. I'm gonna see. Cracka-B, you in the chat? Any requests? Like I said, we get a lot of people coming on, catching us on the replay. Plus, we got a lot of people in different time zones. You know what I'm saying? Because we rock with the whole country, the whole world, basically. So let's see. Any requests? Like I said, we get a lot of. I just wanted to see what, make sure everything we all good and give us one more thumbs up right there from the studio. We had to do it from the spot. I had to give it another thumbs up. Make sure y'all smash that like, man. You know they be shadow banning our content because we don't agree with everything that Meta, and not just Meta, but whoever runs YouTube, all that, because we know some snakes has got their hands in it and what they agree with and shit. So we speak our minds. We let our guests come on here and speak their minds and say what they want. You know what I'm saying? How about old school Detroit artists, Cracka-B, to narrow it down to make it easier for you? Old school Detroit artists. How about an Esham track? But before the 2000s, Esham track. Last century Esham track. How about that? The algorithm. I is whacked. Oh, the algorithm. Oh yeah, it is whack. For sure. No doubt. Yeah. It's bullshit. It's some bullshit. What other moderators are in the building? Make sure you go ahead and say who's in the building. Anything off Closed Casket? Brother King X, do you got a request off? We got a request off Closed Casket. Do you have anything off Closed Casket? Cracka-B, I told him some old school Detroit, narrow it down to Esham because he said that's tough for to just do like a certain track you play. So he said anything off Closed Casket. You got a certain track that you want to pick off Closed Casket you think we should play?
I don't owe you shit.
I don't know you shit.
Yep.
I don't know you shit. Off Closed Casket. Listen, we going old school with it on the Hood Smokers Podcast. Shout out to Cracka-B. We had a little bit of technical difficulties where it kind of froze up there towards the end. I know Blatonio had to tap out and back out. He can tap back in, Cracka-B. But it's all good. It was a dope-ass interview. I know a lot of y'all catching this on the rebound. Make sure if you just tapping in, you rewind this and start it from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know you shit, right?
Yep. I don't owe you shit.
I don't owe you shit. I want to make sure it's off Esham shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to play the world shit. There's a lot of. We gonna play it right here. This one probably good. Let's go.
Get your.
My shit does that sound like they slowed it down on that one. I'm gonna go to the one that got a lot of views. More
good, Jordan.
Out there, Tucson, Arizona, via Staten Island. Staten Island, homie. Oh yeah, I told you, the mix dude from the mix show hit me up and shit. The mix, I forgot. Christopher Jordan sent him our way and shit, and I hollered at him, and he hit me back. He hit us back. So we gonna send him some dates. I'm gonna send him some dates. I did shoot him some dates. I gotta check my messages. But we also got some dope guests coming up. We got them damn twins coming on February 3rd. We still got yeah, shout out to the SPC, you know what I'm saying? Fucking shout out to K Reno. We gotta get you back rescheduled on here, you know what I'm saying? We fuck with K Reno heavy. Shout out to all the H Town.
Fifth Ward Boys.
New
Life.
Fifth Ward Boys. Shout out to Willie D too.
Shout out to Gangsta Nip.
Yeah. And Face, you know Face with Beast. Shout out to the whole H-Town, the Fifth Ward, the SPC. What up? Who else we got coming up? We got that boy Dirty coming up. I know that. Oh yeah, you see this picture? Y'all see this? Dice and Julia Roberts. Pretty woman. Shout out to Cracka-B again. Oh yeah, Kid Vicious coming up February 10th. Make sure you go hit on here that you going. You just do just like this. Say you going, and you going. Boom. Just like that. That easy. It's that easy. So make sure you go, that's the event page. Much love, Cracka-B. Make sure you check out Cracka-B everywhere, y'all. For real. Real spit. Dope ass producer. It was a dope ass interview. It was good chopping it up with you, family. Most definitely. And if y'all just tapping in, make sure you rewind this shit because he gave you some free game, especially if you're a producer. And shout out to Mark Hicks. Dog, that episode is slapping. Brother King X, I don't know if you've seen the numbers on there, but that bitch is slapping this shit. Shout out to Mark Hicks. But we got them damn twins coming up. Shout out to Charlie Knight. Saint B. Shout out to Dirty B. Shout out to Mr. C in LA. Big Hurt. He got a new strain of weed out there. Let's see who else we got coming up. I know we got more coming up here. Oh yeah. Let just sit here. Anybody seen Talib? Anyone seen Talib? Have you seen me? Talib? I'm fucking around. Detroit Lions. Yes, sir. Let's see. I know we gonna eventually hit the rest of the flyers. Shout out to Dazzy D all day. Lynch Mob. I know we got some more out here. Kid Vicious. Oh yeah, Slow and Bone gonna be in the building February 17th. Shout out to the Bone Thug family. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Mo Thug family. Yeah. Now I heard Talib. Happy New Year. Shout out to Ad Capone, Totally Insane. We started the new year out with the Bay. And now look, we going to the Bay. Detroit Lions. And then we went to LA with Dazzy D. And we beat them. But we was back in Detroit with it. Highland Park, Mark Doughboy hits. Then we went back to LA with Miss C.I. I told you we worldwide. Then we was back just Michigan music with Charlie Knight and the rest of the fan. You know what I'm saying? It was a dope interview. But tonight we had Cracka-B in the building, y'all. Make sure you go check him out. Cracka-B, if you still in the building, drop your email on there so people know how to get in contact with you. Otherwise, I'm going to throw it in the description. You know what I'm saying? Throw your Instagram in there, whatever. I'll pin it to the top of the chat so when after YouTube reviews our chat and puts it back on there because they start our views over again. But shout out to everybody that's in there. It's the Hood Smoker Podcast. Shout out Blatonio, Todd. I know you had to dip up out of here. But Brother King X, anything you want to say, homie? Brother King X, are you still in the building? I see a couch and some trees. I don't want to get up out of here before Brother King X can say his piece. But it's the Hood Smokers Podcast, episode 246.
Tune in, like, subscribe, and share.
Yes, sir. And I put the you want to buy us a coffee, buy us a blunt wrap, whatever. I added that to the description. You just go down below there. It's right there. You in our cash app.
Hit them cash apps.
Yes, sir.
That just let us know that you appreciate the content and the guests that we bring, because this is work. We is using our electricity.
Yeah, we ain't gonna come out here and beg for you and shit like that, and we don't charge our guests none of that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? This is real work. You know what I'm saying? We hustle. This is work. 24 hours we be on this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that. People who follow the Hood Smoker Podcast know that. That's why we are Detroit Music Award winning podcast of the 2023. We really was the 2022 too. They just wanted to. We just had to make it certified. I mean, every guest we bring on here is certified. You ain't gonna find no rats on here. We also got the Valentine's Day Massacre coming up on Valentine's Day with Monte Cristo. It's a special Hood Smokers Roundtable. We're gonna talk Detroit hip hop back in the days, now, and the future with Monte Cristo, Charlie Picasso, and Nitso. Shout out to Charlie Picasso. Shout out to Nitso. Shout out to
Monte Cristo.
Yes, sir. The horse training. Much love. But anything else you want to say before we jump out of here, Brother King X?
Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Much love to Cracka-B. Everybody that we had on. Jordan Step, what up, though? Paul Step, what up, though? Everybody at Mix Factory, Terrestrial Sounds, everybody that rock with us, everybody, Blatonio Todd, my brother down there on the screen with the leaf on the side. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. No doubt, no doubt. He said thanks for having us on. He appreciates his Cracka-B in the chat. Shout out to Cracka-B. He dropped his emails. He dropped all that. That's how you contact him. Make sure you get at him. One of the dopest producers around. Not just Michigan, Detroit, Michigan, but around, period. Flat out. Real talk. We wouldn't even have him on here, you know what I'm saying? Because we've had some dope producers on here, and I'm telling y'all that right now and shit. But shout out till next time. Remember, catch us every Wednesday and Saturday night live. And make sure you hit that notification bell, because we be randomly going live and doing uploads. We got a lot. Check out the other content we got out here. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of dope shit. So hit that notification bell so you can be notified, because we need that. Y'all got to hit that bell so they notify y'all. We about to have a giveaway when we hit that 5K sub. So we at 4.2 something right now. So around Valentine's Day, we gonna hit that bitch. So get ready to for a giveaway. And we got a sponsorship we gonna be announcing on probably the next episode. So stay tuned for that.
And the only way to be part of that giveaway is to subscribe and get the notifications. That's the only way to get into the contest.
Yes, sir. Yeah. You have a great night too, Christopher Jordan. Shout out to Cracka-B, Blatonio Todd. From Brother King X, enjoy your night. I'm about to jump up out of here. Any last words before we dip?
No, sir. For sure.
Much love, Cracka-B. Go take care of your business. We know you don't sleep. Like I said, producers, they sleep in there. Real grinders and producers. I mean, we are all the same. We artists. Real artists, we a brand. Our name is the brand. Yes, sir. Much love. Much love to Cracka-B for coming on. And stay tuned. We got a lot of dope guests coming on. We'll continue.
A lot of dope guests.
We gonna keep on surprising y'all with dope ass guests. And keep it hood, keep it hip hop, keep it Detroit. Detroit Lions go Lions, y'all. Playoffs. We playing in the championship game. go to the Super. Come on, we need the Super Bowl.
We need this win. We need this.
You know we got much love for the Bay, but we got to take this, dog. We got to and shit. But if we don't, for some reason, I don't even want to put in there. But if we don't, the Bay, San Francisco, we riding with y'all. You know what I'm saying? We'll have to have Black Sea or somebody else come back on and shit if that happens. But shout out to the Bay. Good luck. May the best team win. But we coming for that motherfucking crown. I think this is our year, dog. This is it. We got a whole different team. This ain't like no other Lions team. They hungry. They a bunch of young, hungry motherfuckers and shit. They want that shit. So. Chances make champions, and we got to cope. We get 4 downs. Y'all motherfuckers punt on the 4th down. We go for it even if we got 20 yards to go, because chances make champions, and that's why we gonna be champions. But much love, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We out of this bitch.
Yeah.
Salute.
Peace.
Peace. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. The Hood Smokers Podcast. Catch us every Wednesday and Saturday night, y'all. Salute.
The hottest #1 podcast based out of Detroit, Michigan. And now, with your hosts, Jay Gutta, Brother King X, Blatonio Todd, and the rest of the Hood Smoker Squad. We don't do no Vlad stuff. We don't do no Adam stuff. We keep packing in the legends, respect them, and keep adding up. So pack a blunt or 2, maybe grab a brew and a snack for you, and leave behind your attitude, and get ready as we snap into the Hood Smoker Podcast.